One of the best non-OG colorways of my favorite sneaker, the Air Jordan 5, is finally returning for the first time ever. I need 300 billion pairs. Air Jordan 5 Wolf Grey. And the shoe is dropping on February 28th for $220. They just keep sneakily upping the price. I could have sworn 5s last year was $215. A year before that was $220, but I guess just they hate us. So $220 it is this year. And of course, this is the first time the Wolf Grey has ever come back. So it's been 15, I was going to say 14, but 15 years now. And first impressions of the shoe, delicious, Michelin star rated, just bonkers nice. This is one of the best non-OG colorways of the Jordan 5s ever. Just ever. It is just so simple, but the gray and the icy outsole, just perfect combination. Love how it looks. Just delicious. Absolutely delicious. Let me know in the comments if you don't like this colorway. I want to know why. Just if you can articulate it. Box of the shoe, it is just a pretty regular Jordan 5 box, nothing too special. And 2011 came in a different box. Get the usual white paper inside. It also comes with this shoe separator, so you like the nubuck won't like scratch against itself. And the materials on the shoe, it is just nubuck, and this is pretty damn nice. So first you can see a ton of that texture come through. Remember, nubuck is just leather that's like treated differently. It just feels nice. I love that texture, and it also is pretty thick, so that is good as well. Might need a little bit more time to break in, but it's nice and thick. Yeah, these materials, I am impressed. I do like this. Of course, you see that netting that comes like white out of the box. Over time it does yellow. It is delicious as it is right out of the box. Even when it's yellow, still got its own flavor. And then right behind there on the heel, you do get 23. That also came in the 2011 version of this shoe. However, the font has been updated to look like the 23 from the OG first version of this colorway. That 23, the font was just changed up. Didn't quite look like this, but they've gone back to its roots and changed it up there. So I love that too. And then wrap around to the booty of the shoe. Non-OG releases, they've been giving us the Jumpman. And moving up the tongue, you do see these light gray laces, no extra laces, just this. Still looks delicious. I really like monochromatic looking shoes, so this kind of fits into the colorway very well. If it was another color, I think white would look great too on the shoe. Even like sail, I think would look really cool on the shoe overall. And the Jordan 5 does come with these lace locks, and on the lace lock, the tab itself, it is Jumpman branded. On like the base, it is Nike branded. This is my least favorite thing about the Jordan 5, these annoying lace locks. I never use them. I always take it off when I actually wear the 5s outside. Just to me, it's a nuisance, but put it on for the B-roll so you can see how it looks out of the box. And on the tongue, one of the Jordan 5 staples is that 3M reflective tongue. You see that here. Sometimes that 3M material can come just super stiff, just really digs you into your ankles, doesn't feel too good. But this, I haven't really had a problem, so I do like that. And then behind the tongue, you will see Air Jordan tag. That is not upside down, that's just right side up. Unlike the OGs, it has the upside down Air Jordan tag. And you will see the shape of this Jordan 5 Wolf Grey. I think they've been making a concerted effort the past few like Jordan 5 releases. It is more similar to like the Jordan 5 Grape or like the Fire Red Black Tongue. It is not like some past Jordan 5s where the toe box looks literally like angled vertically up. Just looks like a box. So they've definitely made an effort to tweak the toe shape there. And moving on to the cushioning of the Jordan 5, it does just come with a polyurethane midsole with a Nike Air unit visible, of course, in the heel, another one in the forefoot. And I've always said my favorite thing about the Jordan 5 is the shark teeth here. The designer of the shoe, Tinker Hatfield, of course, he was inspired by the Mustang fighter jet. So it's got this very aggressive look. So that shark teeth just looks really, really cool. I love that. That white with the bit of speckles just makes the shoe look so sleek. Love it, love it, love it. And in terms of the outsole, you will see majority herringbone with the Jumpman poking through from behind. It is like an icy outsole. Icy outsoles, translucent outsoles, usually does tend to yellow over time, just like the netting. If it yellows, it yellows out of the box. It looks delicious. And on the cutout here, You'll get Jordan branding. Again, usually like OG or special collaborations, it will come with Nike branding. This just gets the non-OG Jordan treatment. And in terms of the insole, nothing too special. I honestly thought we would have got a polyurethane insole, but it's actually just pretty thick, like dream cell insole. So not the best, but they could have given us even more garbage. And in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 5s. I usually go true to size. It is actually my most favorite shoe in terms of just comfort, not just the look, from Jordan 1 to 14. For this shoe though, I don't know what it is, but the midsole, like the cushioning, just felt super firm. And especially this arch area, it was kind of digging up. It just felt more stiff and like firmer than usual. So not as comfortable as some other Jordan 5s right out the box. I think breaking it in would help. Same with the materials. It is pretty thick nubuck, so that will get better over time. In terms of everything else, I love how much padding you get, like all around your foot, especially this ankle area. It is a super heavy, bulky shoe. So if that is a deal breaker for you, definitely don't get the 5s. It is a chunker. Underfoot though, it is pretty flat to the ground. Michael Jordan wanted it that way. And if you're used to Jordan retros, this shouldn't be a problem. And that brings the total sole score of the Air Jordan 5 Wolf Grey to 32 out of 40. A pretty high score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. This gets my sneaker hormones going. This is nearly, honestly, just in a vacuum without the historical context behind it. It's nearly as good as the OG colorways. This is just such a nice shade of gray with the icy outsole, with the white shark teeth. Honestly, no complaints. I love how it looks. The only reason why it could be a little bit behind like the grapes or the black tongue fire red, it's because it doesn't have that OG significance that Michael Jordan wore that shoe himself. But on a shelf, this is delicious. And in terms of the materials, really nice here. You can see a lot of the texture of the nubuck. Just feels nice to the touch, and I love the thickness of this nubuck here as well. You can see it, you can feel it. Yeah, I think they definitely spent a little bit more time and effort into this shoe, despite them not giving us like the special non-OG treatment. They still came with the Jumpman and stuff, but the materials, it looks and feels nice in hand. And in terms of the comfort, usually for Jordan 5s, I love how it feels on feet. The only thing I usually don't love is the weight. It is a huge chunker, but weight's not like a huge priority for me. For these though, the midsole just feels kind of stiff, especially that arch area, so wasn't as comfortable as I was expecting. And in terms of the versatility of the shoe, the 5s are still a pretty athletic looking shoe, just like in a vacuum. It is bulky, it is retro, it is 90s, but I think it's probably the last like Jordan shoe from 1 to 14 you could really like absolutely cross into the mainstream, especially after Will Smith was wearing it on Fresh Prince. I think this has become a pretty versatile silhouette. Wearability of the colorway, all gray, can't really get too much more wearable than that, except for like all white, but this gray just blends and fits and just does really well with different outfits. Super versatile shoe as well. And today's throwback of the day, it is the Air Jordan 5 Dornbecker that dropped back in 2013. So this shoe was originally meant for the 2012 Dornbecker series, but unfortunately 12-year-old Isaac Arzati, apologies for the pronunciation, unfortunately passed away during the 2012 process. So his family actually finalized the shoe, and it features black patent leather, glow-in-the-dark elements. You can see a bunch of text across the upper, Isaac's initials and birthday, as well as the day he unfortunately passed away, is also on the tongue itself. I was scrolling and saw this pop back up and just wanted to include it here. Now, comparing this delicious non-OG colorway to the OG colorways and removing the history behind the OGs with Michael Jordan wearing that, how would this compare? I wouldn't take this over the black metallic. I think that is just my favorite. I love black sneakers, so I'm biased towards those. I wouldn't take it over the grapes. I think that's a very just kind of unique color. Compared to the fire reds, ooh, it's getting close. Depending on my mood of that day, I might even choose this over one of those fire reds. Let me know what you think. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 5 Wolf Grey. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes